The Samsung Galaxy S22 series, especially the S22 Ultra, really impressed us with how well it all worked. But now that we're getting close to the unveiling, it's time to focus on the next generation. Before we hear anything official about the Galaxy S23 release date, we already know the event's date because it was leaked. Here's a summary of what you need to know so far about the S23 Ultra. Recently, all of the photos of the Galaxy S23 series dummy unit were published on the internet, and most of them showed what we've been talking about for months. We didn't think there would be a lot of surprises, so there aren't that many, but dummy units show that the upcoming S23 series will look mostly the same as the S22 series. But the only things that might be different are the way the camera looks and the edges. So the base S23 should have the same cutout for the camera as the Ultra S22. Ice Universe says that the next S22 series might have square edges instead of round ones. Now this may not seem like a big change, but it can change how it feels and give you a better grip. The first official promo for the upcoming Galaxy S23 series has been put out by 91 Mobiles. You can see how the Galaxy S23 Ultra and Galaxy S23 Plus we've been talking about look in the marketing pictures. With the upcoming S23 series, you can also see the Galaxy Buds and the Galaxy Watch. So if you want to order the S23 early, you might get a discount or a free gift, as Samsung always offers. In addition to the 200-megapixel sensor, Samsung might add the ability to shoot in 8K at 30 frames per second to the Galaxy S23 Ultra. So this 200-megapixel camera should be able to handle 50-megapixel images by default. Samsung might also add better HDR to cut down on overexposure and underexposure. Let's talk about its specs. The upcoming Galaxy S23 is likely to have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 as its chipset. Some unconfirmed reports even say that Samsung and Qualcomm are working together to make a custom chipset for the S22 series. In a Geekbench database, we were able to see that the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 did very well in both single-core and multi-core tests. Some of the scores on the single-core test are better, but the scores on the multi-core test are usually a bit lower. It was the results from early tests. We hope that it will work much better when the Galaxy S23 series comes out. Also, like the S22 Ultra, the S23 Ultra could have up to 12 GB of RAM and up to 1 TB of storage. As we all know, one of the best things about the iPhone 14 is that it can connect to satellites, which lets you call for help if you're lost in the woods or hurt. ET News said that Samsung might have its own satellite connection. And unlike the iPhone, it wouldn't just work in emergencies. Instead, it's going to have more than that. Also, the same report says that Samsung is working with Iridium to get a strong satellite communication service. So S23 users can send things like text messages and pictures at speeds of hundreds of kbps. As for the release date, Ice Universe says that the new Galaxy S32 series might be announced on February 1, 2023. This is 8 days earlier than the Galaxy S22 series Unpacked event, which was held on November 21, 2022. In short, the S22 series might be released in the first week of February, but there won't be any major changes to the design except for a bump on the base model for the camera. Also, the S23 could have a 200-megapixel camera sensor and a custom Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for the best performance. Also, like the iPhone 14, the S23 series is likely to have satellite connectivity, but it won't just be for emergencies. That's all for now. Thanks for watching the video as always. If you want to see more, click the like button and smash that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.